We love hip hop.
I gotta say salute to DJ Czar. I was outside, we doing the podcast, we doing our goddamn thing. I was having a good old glaze-a-thon pause. And then this nigga try to pop my balloon like, oh, Drake ain't the biggest, baddest gangster. What the fuck you talking about Friday? And the shit went viral. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what it could be that just moves the needle. You know what I'm saying? Mans do a lot of podcasting. We do twice a week. We out here doing our damn thing. And let me just pull up the post here. You just never know what can happen that could just make a nigga make the whole team go viral. 1 second. Let me just see this before I go to this, because I just seen something that just bothered me. What's this? We Love Hip Hop Canada. What the hell is this? What is this? This is not my page, fam. You guys gotta stop the disgusting violations, bro. Holy shit, man. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you little niggas later. What you got up here, man? Bundog. Who else is in here? Who's this nigga? Like, oh, man. Listen, man. Okay. All right. Stay focused, Ricky. Stay focused. So this is what happened. We had a conversation, and yeah, this is the conversation.
Yeah, and it's not like he was like down bad or like got caught slipping or whatever.
No, Drake's always fended the things though.
Yo,
once the finger comes out, pause,
yeah,
it's serious.
Fam, gotta keep in mind also, last thing on this, because I don't want to make this a super long topic. The man take no L's, eh? On road, they take no L's.
Oh my god, you're glazing.
I'm just speaking facts, bro.
I'm not saying
I'm just speaking facts. Can I put my glasses back on?
I'm not saying they take L's on road, but just the way you're like, they never take L's.
Nah,
it's the OVO goons.
So
like,
you
like,
hear
bro,
about a 1-2 mans, yo, these guys rushed us, they got the better of us, this man took our chain.
Remember what happened last time in Chilla? Good thing man wasn't pulling out phones.
Good thing man wasn't pulling out
phones. Yo, they pulled out the phone, you see what happened.
Bro, these guys are always on a winning end of. Yo, Juicy Hamburger, yo, thank you, man. That's not a glaze, fam. I'm just going off of what I'm just seeing on the. I'm not even going off of behind the scenes. A little bit of behind the scenes. I ain't gonna lie. I have had some confirmations behind the scenes that these niggas take no L's. To be honest, they kind of sound like bullies. And I'm not talking about in Canada. Like, Canada's easy work. Mans them want to work with these guys, even though they've had their share of issues over here in Canada too. Okay, RIPs and all types of shit. So it's not like mans are invincible. All I was saying is that in America, these guys, like Nori say, be monkey footing around over there, just having their way with people, bro. Like beating the shit out of guys. You know what I'm saying? Security just be like pushing people anytime they can get close to Drake. And then as far as their ops are always under pressure. That's all I was saying. I don't even feel like that was a glazed thing, fam. I was just speaking facts, fam. You know what I'm saying? It do sound kind of glazy still. I ain't gonna lie. Anytime there's some kind of altercation
physically,
yes.
You know what? Even if like I agree with you, like you just sound like you're glazing. Like
why? Because
like,
I'm speaking
they
facts.
They can never take an L on road. Like it's like, bro. Like,
well,
what if they have, bro? Like Drake has taken L's, like pre.
Yeah,
like,
man, dropped his shade and stuff
back in the days. But since that time, bro, no more, bro.
Like not to Chubbs into the picture. Like, bro, come on.
No,
man.
I'm just saying. And he got robbed on his own soil.
That is true.
On Canadian soil. This man has been freaking moving around all over America, state to state, cribs all over the place. Nobody's touching none of them Canadian boys,
what's the next one? Trump has a side bag. You don't want to see him reach inside.
Fam.
For somebody who's a quote unquote Kendrick fan, you know a lot of Drake.
I say, I'm a Drake fan too, but man, you know.
Okay,
bro. Okay, like
yo, K-Barbs, watch that one over there. DJ Natural, keep your eyes on him. Okay, he's not really down with you like he says he is.
I don't want to bring up old news, bro.
Talk to me.
But didn't a man piss on Drake?
Oh shit. Yo, it's a
This nigga gotta
Twilight
bring up
Zone.
old shit,
It's a
man.
Twilight
No,
Zone.
I'm only saying that because like they never take L's. Like you were just so like certain about that, and I'm not saying like yo, people take L's in life. That's just part of life. You can't spell life without
No,
an
that's
L.
the
Okay,
L's.
context, please. Because people are just gonna take that and be like, so what, mans are just pissing on Drake. Like, for the people who never heard the story, it was T.I.'s cousin, R.I.P. to that gentleman. He was super drunk in a movie theater. He started peeing in some weird space, and some of the pee came down, I guess, the movie theater, and it got on Drake. Yes, it wasn't like a man just turned around and saw Drake and just started peeing on him.
I don't think that's bro. That's still just as bad, fam.
The worst part about this is that we talked about Diddy right after and how they took an L to Diddy, so we never put that clip up. But I digress. What I want to do also as we go through this whole viral post and everything like that, because I know that at some point in time, with what happened here, we're going to have to finally get some kind of closure to this whole thing. Okay, this thing being T.I.'s cousin allegedly peeing and some of the pee getting on Drake. I can't even believe that I'm saying this. Me saying this is like, this is a news story, but like, I could understand it from the disrespect standpoint. Nobody wants to be running around the world with a rumor that somebody just peed on him, whether it was intentionally or not. Okay. And I got some intel that I will tell you just now. Stay tuned.
It's different, fam. Say
his pee got on. It came to the right place.
Say I'm pissing that corner. You're standing over there. You know how the pee becomes like a river?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if that river ends up touching your kicks? Like,
you're like, bread.
It's
what
different
are you
than like
fucking
peeing
doing
on someone's
dog?
leg. You know what I'm saying? I thought he peed on his leg.
No,
and he just allowed it.
It wasn't like that, bro. But like, it wasn't like the man turned around and said, Drake, and just let it off, bro.
Yeah.
So Drizzy Drake decided, okay, and listen, transparency with you guys, the audience. I haven't spoken to Drake in a long time, like since when I was like before Vibes Cartel came to Toronto. And I was checking while going with the tickets. Yo, Vibes Cartel, yo, can we get our passes? Ray Tay Tay. Never heard from him since. I had my tweet, okay, the quote unquote viral tweet about the court case and all that type of stuff. I feel like I ruffled a lot of feathers. So, and I'm not saying feathers like owl feathers, but I'm saying I ruffled a lot of feathers. Okay. So yeah, I haven't spoken to anybody from that team since. Not even just Drake, anybody from that team. All right. So he decided out of the blue, he's gonna jump in the comments and respond to this. And he said, "No man never piss on me in life. That story was for the net because mans don't have shit to say to get their interviews watched." So let me see. I'm gonna have to start up a poll. Let's do an early poll here. Where are my screens? I got a lot of screens open, so bear with me, chat. Let us find the screen so we can start a poll. Because I want to know, man. I want to know. Y'all, do y'all believe this story? Do you guys believe, let's say, for example, that it didn't happen? Because from what I've been told behind the scenes, that this did happen. But this person who told me this, and I won't reveal my sources, but the person who told me this wasn't there, so they can't confirm that it happened. But what they can what this person did tell me is that at the time when this incident happened, and the incident being T.I.'s cousin peeing in some part of the movie theater, some of the pee coming down, and then some of it got on Drake. Apparently, it was intentional. Okay. Let me just see. How do I word this? Did T.I.'s people really pee on Drake? Okay. That's how I'm going to word this. We just put it straight out there. All right. I ain't even going to find any way to sugarcoat this shit. That's what straight out. I'm just going to ask the question. Did T.I.'s people pee on Drake? Because for him to say this now, and a lot of people have been saying in the comments, and some people even said under him, in the comments. Like, why did 46 replies is crazy. Look at this one here. Tata says they always run with the narrative because they got to feed their families. You pay their groceries and bills. Like, holy, y'all call me a glazer. That is top-notch glazing right there. Okay. Down to Earth says, now he set the story straight. That story must have bothered you big time. Laughing emojis. For real though, right? Imagine that's a story that's just running around on the internet that like a man peed on you. Like, I say eat that thing, dog. But then there's some people who ain't really feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I think that guy's calling us goofs, but is it here? Because this thing was posted everywhere. Let's go to, where should we go to first? Let's go to Academics Post. Academics posted it.
That's us.
Context, please. So right here, this person waited till he died to clear it. This guy's dissing. He's Jamaican today. It took folks this long to speak on that. Drake clearing rumors is light work. Drake's gonna be pissed about this. Boom, got it. The piss jokes write themselves. What else? Because a lot of people are kind of doubting this shit. Let's see. It's funny. Got on every single like blog post or every single major blog. And big salute to everybody who's posted it and tagged us, because there's been a few major blogs that didn't tag us on shit. But there's a lot of people who are not believing the validity of Drake's post right here. Right? Took this long to deny it. He's lying. That shit happened. Don't lie. Jubri is crazy. Man, them got peed on. Like, yo. So niggas just think that Drake is lying. Is that what it is? Y'all think Drake is lying? Let me know in the chat too. Because I put up the poll here. Because for him to jump out the woodworks and say this in the comment section, it's not like he thinks, like, it's not like he doesn't know this shit's gonna go viral. You feel me? He knows that like all the blogs are gonna pick this up. T.I. is probably gonna have to eventually respond to this and be like, bruh, look at this. Drip. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, T.I. is eventually gonna have to respond and say, nah, bro, what do you mean? So are you trying to call me a liar? Shit like that. All right, the Jasmine brand. Big salute to the Jasmine brand. Wow, she wrote a paragraph in there. The story, like, floating around since 2015, when Meek Mill fired off the Drake diss track, Wanna Know, which did nothing. Ain't nobody cared about that song right there. T.I. later appeared to co-sign the story in 2020 on We Did It Big with John Legend. And they should have the lyrics. Who posted the lyrics? Somebody else posted the lyrics to this. And then Kendrick also used this against him too. Because he said, I think it was on the Family Meet the Graham song, that something about if a man peed on me, they would have to die or some shit like that. Every major blog posted it except for the Canadian ones, but we won't talk about that. Mixed with to say cheese. I'm just trying to see what some of these comment sections are. Bro's allergic to avoiding drama. Gave that nigga a golden shower. Shit, I feel like more comments are not believing this guy than believing him. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all saying in the chat here? Like, does T.I. even respond to this? Let me see if I could pull up some more shit, because it didn't only go over on Instagram. It went over on YouTube too. Let's do this. Chick Smooth. Let me go into my histories. Because I was just watching it earlier. And this is just the beginning. I'm sure they're going to have some more videos on this shit.
Chicks.
Get ready.
Know what to do, Chicks.
Look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh, man. Drake, not so fast, buddy. Don't try to sneak out to address some allegations from 10 years ago now that you feel like the smoke has officially cleared. Now, 10 years ago, while Drake was beefing with Meek went on record to expose Drake for getting peed on at the movie theater.
You let Tip Homie piss on you in the movie theater. We ain't forget.
Now, back then, nobody actually knew if this was true or not. The guy who allegedly peed on Drake at the movies is Cap. Cap was T.I.'s longtime friend. A year after Cap was killed in prison, T.I. put him in one of his records and actually confirmed the rumors. T.I. said, "While I'm fighting my own, somehow got you home. So drunk in LA, end up pissing on Drake. Shit, fuck it. That's still my brother since back in the trap house." Shit, even Kendrick Lamar rapped about it as well on Meet the Grams. He said, "Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son." Now,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but that was a bar still. Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. Cap. All right? But that holy. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either die right there or pop him in his head, son. And I can just hear the bing, 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 bing. But we won't even talk about that. That's old shit. We ain't gonna bring up old shit, man.
after all these years of this rumor being tossed around like it was true, Drake actually never addressed it, so everybody thought it was true. Anytime people would talk about the L's that Drake has taken in life, him getting pissed on at the movie theater was always the one at the top of the list. Well, that rumor dies today officially. Drake came out and addressed it. Shout out to We Love Hip Hop Network. It's a Canadian hip hop podcast that's ran by Friday Ricky Dredd, and they were talking about the L's that Drake has taken in life.
Salute to you,
And
shit,
it's not
yeah.
like he was like down bad or like got caught slipping or whatever.
Now, Drake's always fending the things, though.
Yo,
Yeah.
on his own soil.
Yo, people take L's in life. That's just part of
He runs basically the audio I just played. So let's go to right here.
In life, that's been pissed on. The right time to let everybody know he's never been pissed on ever in his life. He said, "No man never pissed on me in life." That story was for the net because mans don't have shit to say to get their interviews watched. AKA, you niggas used me all these years to clout chase and I'm tired of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is actually kind of funny. Why is Drake now addressing this rumor? And secondly, does Drake know that people that were actually there at the movie theater confirmed the story? This incident happened damn near 16 years ago. Even T.I. himself that was there confirmed it as well. So I'm confused.
Yeah, because and listen, I'm not trying to confirm the story neither. If Drake said that it ain't happened, I'm going with what Drake said. All right, fuck all y'all. I'm not saying y'all, but the naysayers. But back in when it first happened, my history is crazy. Hold on. I'm going to play this. Yeah. Is it this?
So, in one word, Drake followed up the incident for 10 years. The long-standing rumor.
I'll find it. Give me a second. Yeah, like I was saying, my YouTube history is crazy. I was actually looking at something because I'm like, T.I. is the same guy running around talking shit, but I'm like, this T.I.?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers.
Tell them, Tip.
Perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIP. Channel 2.
Why not believe Tip? He's out here telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's being a good citizen. Right? He's gonna give you another tip. Pause.
Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip. That can
Hold on. That's not even what I was looking for. I'm just being a piece of shit. It's in my nature. It's right here.
This Benny the Butcher Jadakiss record, you know, you have throughout the years shown up that it does to the individual on the receiving end of that behavior.
Absolutely, absolutely. So with us knowing that, we need to move forward. That's why I say dismantle. You know what I mean? You got to have better checks and balances. And I ain't bullshitting. I'm just hearing about it today.
So going back to 2015, Meek Mill and going back and forth with Drake said you let T.I.'s homie piss on you, and everybody was like, "What?"
Hey, listen, and I shut all that shit down. I didn't, because I don't want to be a part of, you know what I'm saying, something that was a harmless incident, like a harmless.
Well, you shut it down back then too.
Yeah. I shut it down. I don't want it to be weaponized against nobody. And when I said it right now, it wasn't the victimized, cuz it was like, yeah, that shit happened. And I was pissed off in my partner when it happened.
Well, see, that's what I thought you were saying in this song, was that y'all been through a lot together, you and your friend. And
for him to even bring it up in the song and then him running it in the interview here, maybe Drake is right about this, about the views thing. How many views it got? 30K views. You're freaking Tip, freaking TIP, Clifford Harris on Apple Music with Ebro, and all y'all could do is 30K views. We can do that on We Love Hip Hop.
His irresponsible behavior, including this incident.
The wildest shit I've ever seen before in my life, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't had no malicious intent. Now, you do know that, you know, these blogs and all this shit, they gon', you know what I'm saying, they gon' flip it however. I don't see how it could ever be taken as a, you know what I'm saying, like as a diss. I don't see how it could be. That would be someone allowing their emotions to manipulate them, if so.
Well, the song is
hold on. Big salute to Smack Shade popping in on the vertical vibes over here. Saying, why would this story start though? This is what I'm saying. I have intel that the story was planted by these guys. These guys being T.I. and them. Whether it happened or not, which I'm going to go with it didn't happen. If Drake's jumping in the comments saying, nah, that shit didn't happen, even if it's 10 years later, 20 years later, I don't care, bro. If he's saying it didn't happen publicly, he's trying to let the people know this shit didn't happen. But what I was told is back when the time when the rumors was starting to float around, or before it even started floating around, these mans were trying to push that rumor. Okay? On some, we intentionally... Like, what's the dude's name? Cap, RIP to him. Cap intentionally peed on Drake. It wasn't an accident, whatever. And these guys are trying to push it like it happened. Okay? Again, I will say these guys, Grand Hustle, T.I., whoever it is, they were trying to push that back then. So then I start to think to myself, when was this? This is early back in 2010. They said this shit might have happened or whatever, because it was 15 years ago, right? So like 2010. But Meek Mill brought it back up when he was battling Drake. Here's the thing, and this is why I'm glad I do documentaries. Meek Mill and Drake, obviously they're enemies at one point in time. They're cool now. But at the time, they also had people that were common enemies with Drake that were chiming into this whole thing, i.e., somebody like DJ Drama. Hold on. My bad. Sound effects. Who's Drama very close with? Who's DJ Drama very close with? Let me know in the comments. Okay? And then we can maybe bring this full circle. Who is DJ Drama very close with? He's done a few Gangster Grill mixtapes with him. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. The timing. Okay? Drama You know what? I could even play something from a past documentary. I wonder if my SEO is good for this. Tory Lanez. Let's do this. Tory Lanez versus Drake. Oh, the SEO is strong with it. When people think of the biggest Toronto rappers / singers, Drake's name always. This should have got more views too. I ain't gonna lie. Is it around here? Oh, right here. It's like back to back.
You love her, then you gotta get a world tour. Is that a world tour or your girl's tour?
However, during the heated battle, Tory Lanez stayed pretty silent on the matter, but responded on his own project that would up the ante. In December of 2015, Tory dropped the classic Chicks Tape 3, and the DJ Drama assisted The New Toronto. The title of the mixtape alone was a statement that Toronto was going into a new age, and Tory Lanez would be the one to lead us there. Another divisive thing about the mixtape was the DJ Drama hosting. At the time, Drama was the one that revealed the secret to Meek Mill about Drake's ghostwriting. This was allegedly stemming from an issue between Drake and DJ Drama, where one of DJ Drama's girls got swiped. Ta-da! And what was that time? 2015. And what was Meek's response at the time? Because Meek only dropped one response track, the Wanna Know or whatever, the one that song that flopped. I'm just saying. You know, DJ Drama, he's been over here. He knows how it is over here in Toronto. Drama is very aware of Toronto. I'm just saying that, like, there's a possibility that this might have been a Drama thing. Right? He might be the main connector of all of these things, of why this story was floating around. You know, let's bring it up to Meek Mill. Hold on. Let me see. What kind of hospitality did we show DJ Drama? Not we, because I wasn't there. No volume?
For not check.
Let's do it. Run it again.
This what you fucking get for not checking in. Shout out, boy Drizzy, eh? Triple G's, you know how we rock. Slap, brat, brat.
Just saying. I'm just saying. So, yeah, there's a real possibility that this could have been a planted story from time, G. Where, you know, it just sounds good to just run around, say, oh, Drake got peed on. And I'm glad he finally cleared it up now. It doesn't necessarily mean that this shit is clear. I would like to see what T.I. has to say about this. Let me see if there's any or more stories on this. T.I. Because right now they've been a lot of Instagram posts, but not a lot of YouTube posts. Hold on, let me just pop up the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at here. Yo, I hear you, Juicy Hamburger. You say, who even cares? Yeah, we're talking about a man getting peed on. Like, it's like, who even cares for real? It's not a real news story. Like, there's starving children in Africa. You know what I'm saying? But, like, broski, if that was you, and mans are just running around indiscriminately, just telling the story over and over again. Oh, my cousin, R.I.P. to my cousin. You know, that crazy night when Cat went peed on Drake. Ha, 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 ha. Like, nah, bro. Like, that. No, it's me you're talking about, fam. Like, nah, bro. Nah, no man peed on me, Bridget. No man never peed on me, Bridget. That's how I'd feel. You feel me? I wouldn't care how many years later. Like, I don't even look at it as us running the story. This, you know, big salute to DJ Czar. He's just going off of the multitude of videos. Like, when I put this in, fam, pause. Look how many stories pop up on this shit. T.I. on Drake unfollowing him. Who wanted to swagger like us? Like, bro. T.I. breaks down the Libra and truth behind Drake's rumors. That's the one that we were just watching. There's mad content on this shit, fam. T.I. addresses beef with Drake. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just bare content over and over on this shit. What is this? Let me hear what this guy said about this shit here.
We can all have our own versus battles. You can listen, you can choose. He got a new trial and came home.
Yo, the pandemic is a rough time, man.
Oh man, you know, we was out celebrating him being home, and also I was about to release Takers. So I did a private screening for Takers, and Drake, you know what I'm saying, expressed interest in coming. He said he wanted to see the movie. I think absolutely no problem. So, you know what I'm saying, we sitting down watching the movie, and halfway through the movie, you know.
Also keep in mind, he was also starting his podcast that he stopped after a while, expeditiously. They told this story for, I really hope this is a repost, 984 views. Yo, Drake is right, man.
In the theater. And
even on the side here, look at this. T.I. talks Kendrick, Drake beef. Okay, my bad. Okay. He's talking about the Kendrick Drake beef. Okay, cool.
You know, I was upset with my partner. You know, like, man, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
And that was a moment that we shared, and it wasn't, and saying that it wasn't about.
That was a moment that you shared? That's not a moment to share, fam.
And that was a moment that we shared, and it wasn't, and saying that it wasn't about trying to dish nobody. I think that's the picture this, you know, that they're attempting to paint, but that wasn't my intention. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a rough interview for real. I can see why the views are so low. I don't know. I don't know if I believe him. There's not really not much else that we could deep dive into this, okay? All we can do at this point now is wait to see if T.I. actually says something about it. Okay? Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat over here before we move on, because, bro, like somebody said in the chat earlier, like, who cares? There are way better things going on in the news than worrying about who peed on Drake or who didn't. You feel me? But, Christ. What are y'all saying over here in the chat? Hold on, let me just change my screens here. Shaking it rough today. Holy. Let's see here. Let's see. What's the poll saying? Oh, I didn't even do a poll, did I? No, I did. Let's see what y'all saying. Did T.I.'s people really pee on Drake? 54% of y'all are saying yes, and 46% of y'all are saying that T.I. was capping. Cap-a-lapping. Well, at this point, we're going to have to wait and see. We'll see if he responds himself. I think that the story's not going to end here. Obviously, this is just 1 day old. This happened last night when we were premiering the podcast. So and every time I hear my phone, I see like notifications happening on Twitter. So there's just more and more people just adding on to this lore right now. I think maybe if it gets covered in a couple of other podcasts, for example, like the Joe Budden podcast, maybe they might cover it on the bigger picture because they like to talk shit on Drake. Then T.I. is probably going to have to respond. You feel me? If not, I predict like if it doesn't get covered on any other podcast, then the story will die. And if the story dies, it might die with people just saying Drake responded, but nobody actually believing what Drake said. Okay? Mickey Hahn says it was an accident. It didn't happen, the man said. He said, no, man, never, ever, 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 ever. All right? So we'll go with, let me just double check the poll before I end the segment here. We'll go with what Drizzy Drake is saying. He says it never happened. Man never peed on him. Man's running a story on his head top. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.